Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where we will be discussing, me and my girl Erin, we will be discussing RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 17, Episode 1. Hello, Erin. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody say hello to Erin.
Hello, everyone. Here we are, kicking off a new season of Drag Race.
Yes, where wet is better. Wetter is better. As you can see, all the water and everything going on. And if you forgot to watch our review of the intro looks, go back and watch that review that we just aired that a few days ago. But yes, so far, what you think of these queens?
I enjoyed this first episode. I was entertained. I absolutely was gagged with the pies to the face. I loved it.
Yes, that was interesting how they had the previous season walking in with the news, but they didn't even feature or say anything about the previous season other than them just being there.
It wasn't just the previous season. There was a lot of different, like Trinity the Tuck was there.
Yes.
And Pork Chop, who was...
I was just about to say Pork Chop.
Yeah, so there were some fun little extras.
Why is that? I wanted to ask you, why do you think that they were there?
I think just to make the whole Squid Game thing more fun and like have, you know what I mean? Like this gag that the first, this is how this year's season emerges.
Okay, maybe I don't have a clue because I've never seen Squid Games. Have you?
Yeah. No.
Okay, so apparently it's some wild and crazy way of playing a game or tricking people or getting into people's minds that in there playing a game of sorts. I don't know. It just seems weird. Maybe I should just watch and see what.
Yeah. Well, the joke is like Squid Games, they're facing this giant like the doll is the representation, right, of that. And the people that are in the Squid Games, they're like trying to earn money to like pay down a debt or something like that. And like the doll that rotates, it's like, or the statue, I guess, not a doll, it is on this show, it like shoots at people and kills them. So getting a pie to the face is like eliminating them, like in Squid Games kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, like this, I'm probably angering your listeners that do watch that or are familiar with how bad you and I are both butchering this. Particularly me as I try to explain it to you. But Lil Pound Cake is a previous icon from Drag Race shows past. So just enjoy it from the perspective of we're doing some pop culture riffs.
That reminds me, that's Sarah Lee. Shout out to Sarah Lee. That pound cake in that pan that sits on the shelf.
Yeah.
Girl, my dad used to buy them when I was little and tear them things up. They be gone within 3-4 days. I mean, you just cut your little slice, and then sometimes we would make homemade strawberry shortcake with those round pound cakes that come in that plastic that be in the vegetable section. And we would buy strawberries and then swish them up with our hands and put sugar and then put it on the stove, let it warm up. And then we would eat it with some whipped cream. Girl, we used to tear things. Anyway, I don't know.
I totally remember those little circular cup like little pound cakes.
Sponge cakes, yeah. But that's Sarah Lee, girl.
Yes.
Looking at one, I'm gonna gain 8 pounds just looking at one child. I mean, so much butter within them. Anyway. It reminded me of that pound cake from Sarah Lee. Shout out to Sarah Lee.
I know. Well, it was just a fun. It was just a fun, unique way to
Oh Lord.
start. I was here for it. It was fun to see a
Yes.
couple of the pies to the face. The reaction totally made me laugh. So shout out to all the queens that endured a pie to the face.
Poor Trent. Everybody was just so beat and everything. They just, I guess,
Yep.
well, I guess they got paid for it. So anyway,
Yeah.
never mind my my sentiment that I'm
It
not
was
going
very entertaining. It
to.
was funny.
Very entertaining, yes.
Yeah.
Now out of that, we look, out of that came a winner because apparently the winners of that Squid Game were all of the season 17 contestants, right? And
Yes. Mm-hmm.
every time it was like a red light, green light. If you know, you know. When you say green light, everybody's moving, but when you say red light, you stop. Whatever you're doing, whatever position, whatever movement you're doing, stop. So the winner was the one who kept posing every time that they stopped. And that turned out to be no other than, let me get the name right, Lana Jarre, who is the daughter of Lux
Noir London.
Noir London. Thank you. And
Mm-hmm.
you can see, if you know, you know. If you know anything about Lux, you can just tell off rip. That's how I knew. I said she must be related to. And sure enough, when they started
Yeah.
talking about her family tree, they said she's the daughter of Lux Noir. I said it has to be because it exudes
Mm-hmm.
all of that confidence and sensualness and everything. So I just can't wait to see what she. I hope she lasts. I want to see what she's given all season long, child, because she looks good in yellow.
She's beautiful and very striking. Even in the confessional is striking. She almost looks like a really beautiful praying mantis. Like
Yes,
right? Like she or almost looks like she could be in Avatar. Like there's something about her that's very like but this so and I mean that as a compliment.
definitely.
This queen is stunning. And I love that like Lux has a bit of like oddity to their beauty to like give it style. And seems like a cute little personality. Like I stand this queen. I liked her immediately.
I think she's smaller than sample size, girl. Good Lord.
She's a leg. Her
It,
whole body is like calf size. It's like you could just lose her in a boot.
girl,
Yeah, she's a slender, supple reed of a queen.
baby.
You work it and rock it and take advantage of all of it.
Take it all in, y'all. Take it all in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, after all that was done, of course, we're going through the motions of everything. And pretty much, just to FYI it, we're going to pretty much present to you the looks and not a whole lot about the stuff that goes on the show. Even with, what's the next thing that the show after?
Untucked.
Untucked. We
Mm-hmm.
can kind of go through it, but for the most part, it's about the looks, it's about the fashion, it's about the talent, it's about everything that makes this show real interesting and that makes you want to keep coming back. Sort of like the Selling Sunset we also review. That's on Netflix. We want to give you all of the real estate, all of the opulence of it all, right? So we're not going to really delve too much into the personal business. We'll give you a little bit, but for the most part, we're going to give you a show. Like they give us a show, just to FYI. Do you agree?
Sure. I mean, I think that especially in the beginning when there's a lot of queens, it's not easy to go into too much of the other stuff because there's just a lot. It's a solid packed thing. There's a lot of moving pieces, players, all of
Yeah,
it. Of course, certain things will stand out as we'll discuss and mention, but I think, expect that of what these are the things that we'll concentrate on, but might change based on the flow of the season.
definitely. Now, We have, again, like I mentioned, we have some looks and things and talent because they're trying to find the next, America's next top drag queen, the next drag queen of, I guess, I don't know, the next season's drag queen who's going to win 200K on top of anything else that will come their way. And like if you don't know, we know once they appear on this show, even before that, they tour. So they have a lot more income to make. So they are lip syncing for their lives, as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, because they have a new life to lead once they win this.
100. The
Okay.
booking fee goes up immediately.
Hello. Hello.
The
Appearance
appearances,
fee, all that.
work the world tour, like you are absolutely, and so it's always unfortunate to the first person that goes home.
Oh.
I feel like I already know who I want that to be. No
Ooh.
offense to them, but I just feel like it's obvious. Although we haven't seen the other seven perform, but still. And even going home earlier, you're still launched into a caliber of performing circuit that is unlike what most of them are doing previous.
Yeah, they are Ru-gworls. As
Yeah.
soon as they appear on this show, they are a Ru-girl.
Yep, that means a whole different stratosphere.
Okay. So, like we were saying, we're going to get into the talent, the looks, the opulence of it all. And we're going to show you the judges, of course, that we have on the show, the all time favorite. Oh, no, that's Katie. She was a guest judge for this week. But the all time favorite, of course, is Michelle Visage and her beautiful self. I love that gray about her. I don't know
I
if
do too.
is it on purpose or is that her natural gray coming through because she is a lady of a certain age. You know what I'm saying?
I have no
Beautiful.
idea. I have honestly no idea. I just think it's incredibly well done.
And another lady of a certain.
Yep.
Hold on.
And as he himself would attest, I think.
Oh God, Carson Kressley is a fool.
He's a
I,
delight. He's a
he is a
delightful fool.
fool,
I
girl.
enjoy him.
I can't wait
I
for
like him
him.
better than Ross.
I was just about to say, I want him and Ross to be on an episode together and just give Rue the business because Rue just laughs her behind off. Oh my goodness. Um,
I want Carson and TS together.
girl,
Yeah, that'd be my ideal.
girl, who is this? I need to put up. Oh yeah, of course, Rue. So of course they give their introductions. Like I said, we had the guest judge Michelle and Carson, and of course Rue comes out and announces what's going to happen on the show. So we have the mask on mask singer or mask on mask, whatever. I forget what it was called, child. My goodness.
Mask runway, whatever the heck.
Yes, so we're gonna get into that. And it's gonna be real interesting, y'all. So it's all 17, all 14 queens we will be seeing given their runway. We normally see a reveal where they, where they reveal something about their clothing once or twice or thrice. But this time it's going to be a mask reveal. And just keep in mind, they're supposed to have a mask on, excuse me, and they reveal it for the next phase of whatever that they have on their face, right? So you may see something a little different. You may see something. It is what it is. However, it is a mask reveal. So let's get that in together. And while we do that, can you give them a little description? I'm going to chime in, but the whole issue of Raider Queen and how they're going to win the show.
Excuse me. So I mean, they all are gonna do where they rate the queen's performance,
Yes.
and then the lowest person will go lip sync against the other queens that are going to do their talents, and then Rue will pick the person from those two that goes home. So
Yes.
it looks like moving forward, the queens will be rating and offer up two of the bottom folks, and Ru
Yes.
will be choosing the eliminated.
Right. And the first, they're breaking up the talent section into two groups. So the first 7, as we're going to see later, is going to be performing their talent. And then the group that didn't, the next 7, the second group that was pretty much in the background watching, will rate them. And it's going to be vice versa once next week happens. So episode 2, we'll see the second part to the talent portion of this show. And the queens that performed episode 1 will rate the queens that are performing in episode 2. And then that's when we'll get the second bottom winner. And those 2 will compete for whatever that they're going to compete for elimination purposes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Each one that wins the lip sync off, it wins a $5,000 tip. And
yes.
So yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't really like when they have the queens rate each other or vote each other off on original seasons. I don't even really like it on All Stars, to be honest with you. But like, I really don't like it on this season because I feel like these are amateurs, and I put that in quotes. I don't really want them like sabotaging one another. I want to kind of see them win based on uniqueness, nerve, and talent,
Yeah, I can see the queens rating each other on All Stars because they've had talent under their belt. Because, I agree. Just like you mentioned, in this particular season, there's one queen, I forget her name. She's only been doing drag for 3 years. Even though she did make it on this show after 3 years of starting drag, to me, that's not enough time to rate somebody on their drag. You may not even know all there is to drag to even rate someone. So I agree with you. Maybe on All Stars they can rate each other in this way, but this should be totally rated by the judges.
Well, and some of them already have alliances going, and so they're voting for each other, right? And some of them, because they were already friends. Some of them, we know we'll get to a point where maybe some of them are super annoying, maybe in the workplace, so somebody else is going to vote for them. And I personally, I want my first, like, not first season, but I want my original Drag Race competitors be up against one another based on their runways, their makeup, their performance, their response to the challenges, like all of that. And I don't care if like the bitchiest queen on the cast is by far the best drag queen. That's who needs to win for me. So I don't necessarily want to watch these amateurs try to take each other out. I want the judges to do it based on who's obviously like performing at the competitive level they need to for this.
Right.
So, and like I said, and you said as well, leave all of that other drama and bickering and cattiness up to All Stars, because they all usually have history with one another, and there's a lot of other things in the mix, and big egos and divas, and who's making more money since, who's a has-been, who's too old, all that crap. But with this, and these are all like, not all, but these, well, no, I will say that these are all talented queens. There's not even like the one that I call kind of mediocre of the bunch is still like talented. Do you know what I mean? As far as like, so capable of doing things with instruments and stuff. But she's beautiful. I need to just put that on the record. Sam Starr, holy crap, looking like Linda Evangelista to me.
Hello.
Yeah, no, my God, polished pageant. I don't love that she came in an American flag, especially with like all the politics going on. I totally agree with Raven when she called that out. But Sam Starr, you are beautiful. That is a pageant mug be mugging, baby. Whew.
I was going to mention there are about 4 queens that could give face.
Yes.
In the traditional, no one's ugly, and I'm not saying anything like that. Yeah. But there's 4 of them that could, maybe 5, that could really give face in one of those what do they call those? Balls.
Ballroom.
Yeah, ballroom where
Yeah.
they, do the face
Yes.
competition and
Uh-huh.
just be ultimate, like, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, just real
Yeah.
stunning. Because you really need that femme look, you really have to look youthful in that way as well, really be the most beautiful of. I don't want to sound like, I'm saying people are ugly or anything, but
No, but some of them have like incredibly. It's the art of feminine illusion, and drag has a whole
yeah.
wide range for obvious reasons, right? Like some of the comedy queens or some of the more traditional ones, they would play up feminine features and almost look cartoony, right? Instead of like
Okay.
looking beautiful. But the
I didn't
women
know
that,
that. Okay.
yeah, so there's like Bianca is more of a cartoony drag queen. If you look at, like how
Mhm.
crazy her eye makeup is, right? And
Mhm.
her outfits,
And
it's like
Trixie, right? Her and Trixie.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's where um your expression of female impersonation becomes a little bit more of like a makeup art, like it becomes a little different, right? Whereas
Mhm.
like then there's the kind of drag queen that truly is perpetuating the art of female illusion.
Mhm.
And you have, and then pageant queens who literally look so polished, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
one of the things about Sam Star is that it's like, holy crap, you are a very polished, like if we took your,
Because Trinity is.
yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, and Trinity is a
Yeah.
pageant queen, and when you look at that too, right? So anyway, there's just all kinds of different interpretations of that, but
Yeah.
I think that Sam Star stands out as a stunningly polished queen in that way.
The more you know, y'all, I'm still getting acclimated. So, thank you for the lesson. It's all GOOD.
Yeah, I think Crystal Envy has an absolutely beautiful face.
Mm-hmm.
That totally stands out to me. I feel like I'm going to be saying I like the neck up on that queen a lot. um, well, Lana Ray is crazy. She's giving us
Mm-hmm.
model,
Mm-hmm.
limber, slender model.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I do think Jules Sparkles is very
I
cute
was
and
just about to
pretty.
say.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very like Ariana Grande, gorgeous, like cute.
Georgia.
Yeah, don't you feel that energy there?
That's who I was trying to say the other day when we were talking about plasma and Susie too, being
Yeah.
similar. I was trying to think of George's also.
Ooh, Plasma. That's another person I hope has her makeup has evolved.
Girl.
Okay, in the spirit of Susie Toot.
In the spirit.
Um, yeah. No, I like Susie Toot. I really respect the perspective she's bringing and the uniqueness and the commitment to the kind of 20s vibe that she wants to bring. I
Yes.
desperately want her to refine her makeup to be prettier though, because she literally looks like a person trying to make themselves look unattractive.
Oh.
It's not. And I know it can be done. I have seen other makeup artists that refine that 20s. I need her to bring it a little bit more into like a more beautiful interpretation.
Go ahead, Susie. Toot on. Toot on. You want to move on to the talent, or did you have something else to say about them?
Mm-mm.
Okay, y'all. The drag queens got talent. Yes, they do. That's why they're on the show. They couldn't get on the show without having talent. Ain't nobody there doing nothing. But I think one of them kind of did.
I was gonna say they can get on without any talent. I mean, I mean that's subjective. Anyway, no, it wasn't that bad. It was just very underwhelming.
And we just gonna listen. We are here to critique because they are on this show to be critiqued. That it is what it is, and you can say what you gotta say. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we can go back and forth. We talk back when you talk to us. It's all good. long as there ain't no mess going on, because we don't condone no hate, no nothing like that over here. We are all inclusive. And again, if we get something wrong, correct us. We would love to be correct when we're speaking about folks. Like I didn't know certain things, so now I know. Now, drag queens got talent. First off, Jewel Sparkles with her pretty self. I wasn't a fan of that outfit, but then again, we are here because she let us know about La Leche. She was giving us a whole sorts of vibes, and it was kind of cute. I mean, it was what it was.
I did not like her promo look. I agree. She's very cute. I'm sorry. Right now, I don't mean to be mean, but like there's a lot of Georges in this whole presentation, even with the dancing and all of that.
Yes.
I respect the fact that you've come a long way because of your back journey and your health, but please don't make this your storyline that you're so excited that you can hit the splits, because there are just so many other queens that are far more talented dancers. So you gave a great cute. I really, you know what I like about her? She's really funny and like comedically expressive while she's performing. And like she'll have facial expressions that are really like, you know, like almost like Jenny McCarthy. You know how like pretty girl, but we'll make a funny face.
Yes.
Remember Jenny McCarthy?
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so cute, love the energy. I think she's darling. I actually like I get it for Jewel Sparkles. I think she's really cute. And I even love her crazy little 70s shag curly hair out of drag. Like I think she's fun, you know?
Yeah. And she's the youngest child. She's 22. Girl.
She's cute, yeah. She's
baby.
cute. She's cute little pixie.
And then we got Ariete. This performance was a lot underwhelming. Again, we love the cultural references because it's always beautiful when they bring that on the stage. They always want to express the most beautiful of their ethnicity, their culture. And, you know, I appreciate all of that, but all she did was twirl that skirt around. It was so overwhelming. Again, beautiful, beautiful gowns. Beautiful.
Listen. First of all, you're a creature. You are not letting.
Look, this is all we saw.
What?
Look, this is all we saw.
Look at you. Get out of here, ma'am. No, this we could have seen at El Torito.
Oh
no, this. You're gonna be a creature. I don't like the choice of a traditional Mexican gown, and you're gonna do traditional dancing, and you're gonna look like an elf. Like I don't like it. I don't like the creature part. I think Michelle Visage brought that up, and I agree. This literally looked like Little House on the Prairie with like Halloween makeup, and the dancing had no drama, no all the notes. I keep forgetting how bad this one was because I keep thinking of another person's performance that wasn't that great, but this is by far, like, this is embarrassing that this is what you brought. I'm sorry. I don't twirl your big skirt around. Get out of here. No, you can't hide behind cultural nothing. That's very polite of you. And, you know, like points for if you had done anything well about it, you'd get extra points for it being a cultural reference.
Next, we have Lydia Butthole Collins. That's what the B means, y'all. Butthole, the lumen.
Yep.
And she came out as a butthole, and it was what she call it? I want to make sure she called it puppet burlesque. And when she explained this at first, I said, oh, hell no. I know good and hell well she ain't going to come on here. But it worked out. It wasn't as bad as it sounded at first. So she came out of that costume in full drag and had her song going. And it was appreciative. It wasn't, it was just that, I just how she called it, puppet burlesque. But she did a good job. She looked good.
I don't I think that this was I agree with the feedback that like some of the other queens were giving in the confessionals. I can totally dig a quirky avant-garde queen and somebody that wants to even take risks or whatever, but this started out kind of interesting and then completely fell flat at the end. Like very flat. So I kind of give her a bit of a fail because it's like, you know, I've seen other avant-garde queens like Crystal Method do way better than this.
Mm. Well, that's it for that. Lucky Stars. This was the runway outfit that was missing in the back, but she showed up in the front with her lemonade showcase. It was funny. It was talent worthy. She made me want some lemonade. Just saying, I was a little thirsty when I was watching this, and here we are with her squirting it from her lemonade-filled breast balloons, and also she had a little, some moves going on with her Ronald McDonald tights. That was pretty cute. And of course, the back had some squirt bottles going, but she didn't squirt them. No, it was just there for show. And she gave us a death drop at the end.
I mean, this kind of smacks of Jimbo, or we've also, and we can say this. Shout out to Pop Roast and shout out to Chris C. Diggy. He dropped some tea on Pop Roast that, and it totally. I had already thought that this baby looks like Nina Bonina Brown, and apparently is Nina Bonina Brown's drag child, but they are not on speaking terms right now. And because Nina Bonina Brown is not really good with World of Wonder for, running her own mouth on YouTube with her own reviews, she's not even being named. Which I think, is kind of a shame. I don't think we should be silent on things. A thing is a thing. If that's your drag mother, that's your drag mother, Right. Whether you like them or not. It's obvious when you walk out, that's who you were influenced by. It just is. However, that aside, I really do think that this is a talented, interesting queen. I thought this was fun and weird and right up Ru's alley. I thought this was way better than Plain Jane's burger performance. Like, if you're going to do something wacky, I would prefer this one.
And that's that on that. Next, we have Joella, Ella, the personal friend of Katy Perry.
I know, right? God.
Now, what is Katie's followers called?
Kitty cats, I think.
Kitty cats. So Joella Kitty Cat as
or Katy Cats. Katy Cats?
Katy Cats.
Yeah, yes. I'm like, it's got to be something stupid. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Katy Cats.
Katie was very pleased. She even danced a little bit with the show. Joella did a great job with her performance. I loved her outfit. I thought it was kind of sexy and everything, and it, accentuated the positive. And gave,
finally, right?
Gave a bit of illusion, and of course the big hair. You need the big hair when you're on drag. I don't care what nobody say. You need big hair. Whatever's going on, just make sure you got your big hair, because that's apparently a thing, child. If you didn't know, you need big hair on Drag Race. But yeah, I enjoyed her performance. Did you like her Velvet?
I like her. I thought this was like mid, like as far as like I think that she, like I said before, I like Joella. I want her to stay around. I see her kind of in the middle, somewhere in the, getting eliminated somewhere in the middle right now. But I thought she was cute. Totally, you know what I mean? Like, you pass go. You're safe. There we go. Safe.
Yeah, she did good.
Yeah.
Next, we got a Kate. Oh, Lord, Keisha forgot. I wish we could have forgot about this talent. No, she can play and sing. We'll give her that. But that's all she did. She didn't step away from the mic. She didn't give us a 1-2 with the leg or nothing. Not even a turnaround. It was just A, B, C. She didn't say the letters, y'all. It was just thank you very much, and left. I think it was the shortest. I didn't time it, but it seemed like it didn't last long. Do you have any positive attributes to this that you can give? I don't have any other than she sang and she could play a guitar.
I was gonna say, like, I applaud her for being able to play all those instruments. I think it would have been better if you played them all, a little smattering of each one. If you had them all brought out and you played each one, because we have seen queens perform live and sing that are far better than that. It was. I agree with Katy Perry that it felt like nerves got to this queen. There was like no variation. There was just kind of this steady like beat of like, you know, like it. No, ma'am. No, thank you. I don't want it. I didn't like your entrance look. I don't like this. Sorry, but I agree with how things panned out for you.
Yeah. Bye, girl. So next we got Susie too. I like that.
I did too, but I couldn't. Oh, I hate the hat. I stand by that. I don't like it.
Now she did her drama. She's a drama kid, a theater kid.
Yeah.
A drama, and she did a tap dance and singing number, as you can see. She did her thug thizzle
with her 9 toes. That was funny.
That was funny. The other funny moment was her tap dancing the Gettysburg Address in Morse code. That tickled Ru to the fullest. And it was funny just to hear her say that. And then just, as you can see, tap her foot and don't move nothing else. Just move her foot in Morse code.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I appreciate what Susie Toot is bringing. I really do. And
Me
even
too.
though I don't think that she is the most polished of the group, I look forward to seeing that polish because I think that she's already incredibly talented. And I like this 20s Marlene Dietrich. Like, I appreciate it. I do. I don't know if I, stand it quite as much as Ru did, but sometimes a queen will be weird and funny in a way that Ru it pierces right to the heart of Ru, And I think that she managed to do that with the Gettysburg Address and Morse code. Because I mean, Ru even used it on her like exit. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
she repeated the So I was like, okay, yeah. Like you mentioned, that got to Ru.
So Susie was the last one, and after all of that, the rated queen was announced because they all rated the queen. Not all. Excuse me. The second half was rating the first half who just performed, and turns out that Acacia Forgot ended up being in 7th place, and she was a little salty when they discussed it in Untucked, but I guess she feels as though they don't appreciate her talent. They think she's not good enough. That may be a little of her own, feelings of being in last place, but her performance sucked.
I was gonna say, we didn't see your talent.
I mean, Dolly Parton, even the breasts weren't as big as Dolly's. At least do something.
No, it's just not. That Acacia needs like a couple of years of polishing, and like I don't know if even that'll do it because Susie Toot is already good enough to be on this show, even though I think she could be better in ways. Acacia, I don't feel like is. I'm a little bit worried about On Your Nerves too, but I'm very hopeful that her performance will show me the charisma that I see peeking out in the confessional. I mean, On Your Nerves got like most of the confessional time this episode, and rightfully so, because she's very cute in the confessional. She's a cute little energy.
I thought Corey got a lot of time because
she did, yeah. Oh, and yeah, Corey reminds me of Marcus from Tia and Tamara.
I don't know. I know the
It's a
show, but
sister.
I just don't know who Marcus is.
You
Oh,
know,
Marcus Houston.
yes.
Yeah, I can see a little bit. Yeah.
Beautiful
He's
queen
the one
though.
who married that young girl lying about he shut up.
Yeah.
That's a whole other
Stop it.
child, that whole B2K stuff. And if you know, you know.
Yeah.
I think I can move on from there because I don't. Okay, so Acacia. Oh, sorry, were you done with Acacia?
Yep.
So bye, Acacia. You in seventh place, girl. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
We'll see what we think your odds are when we see the second half, when we see how bad the person in the bottom is, and that will be your competitor.
So step your pussy up. Just saying, as they say, step your pussy up. So when it's time for you to do your third thizzle, you know,
Oh, I need to be honest. I
Yes.
straight up would have put Arietti in the bottom, though. I would have.
Yeah, it was between them two.
I would have. No, I would have, because I do think Acacia, I think she was better. No, because at least she played the guitar. Like, all Arietti did was twirl a skirt. No.
Truth be told.
I mean, truly, and twirl around. Like, that was such a waste of time. Like, there was nothing about that. Any of us could have gotten in that dress and done it. I'm sorry.
Quiet as it's kept, loud as it is.
So I say, I do think the wrong choice as far as that goes, but Arietti had Lingerie's alliance, right? So that's
And look, every episode of these drag race shows, we always see the so-called conspiracy or what they should have done versus what they did. No. So it's going this conversation, part of the conversation is going to happen every episode. I trust.
Yes. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think that they were wrong, though. Like, I understand too. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get why. Like I said, I'm fine with their choice.
We know better. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
So, along with the bottom, the top two were Jewel. Is that Jewel Sparkles?
Yep, Jewel Sparkles
and Susie too.
Yeah.
And that's who was rated the best queen out of the 7 who are waiting in the wings to perform. Excuse me. To perform for episode 2 next week. And they danced or lip synced to Woman's World by Katy Perry, of course, who was present. And they did a great job. Let's see a little, sideshow of what they were doing. I kind of appreciated both of their talents. They, what's her name? Jules, hit them splits a few times. She gave it all she got. She want to win. Of course, she going to give it like you're supposed to give it. Whether it's the first 5 seconds or throughout or the last 2 seconds, you're going to let them see what you can do. I want to see her do more than splits, though.
Yeah, I think the critique that she peaked too soon or like came out the gate a little too hot was accurate, especially in comparison to the fact that Susie was like working on an actual thoughtful performance and was showing the judges that she was unbothered by the frenzy or unaffected by the energy level that Jules was bringing to it. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I think that's why she won, because she showed that she had command of her own energy and space and would stay true to herself and her style, regardless of what else was happening. And I applaud that as well.
And don't forget that comedic routine as we see on the right, tapping her foot and pointing, making Ru know, hey girl, I'm tapping. Here I go, the Morse code that you laughed at. The Morse, remember the Morse code, Ru?
Yep. She's smart.
Again, yes.
Intelligent queen. Mm-hmm. I like I said, I respect, I appreciate, and I like Susie too. Yeah, I don't love certain things. I think everybody feels that way though. But no. Applause. ma'am.
And that was it, y'all. I mean, that was the end of the show. What are we gonna say, Mama?
Oh, I was just gonna say real quick, honorable mention, I actually would have picked Lucky Star to win over Susie, though. I like Susie, but we should have known the Morse code joke really got her. I just thought Lucky Stars, or maybe even actually put that over Jewel Sparkles. I just thought that one was really cool.
You know, I really liked the performance of Lucky Stars.
Mm-hmm.
I think that and what was the other one? The Joella. I like Joella. Those two I think should have been top two.
I would have enjoyed watching that lip sync for sure.
Because both of them ain't afraid to throw a leg up. They ain't afraid to get on the flow. It looks like they will be a great competitor against each other in this lip sync for, is it lip sync for your life for this episode? I forgot. Lip sync.
No, because they're not. The winner doesn't get eliminated. The winner just wins.
Lip sync for the win. Lip sync for the win. That's it. So yeah, so Susie Toot won, and so we have the top winners. This episode was Lana Jarre for the Candid Camera Mini Challenge, and then we have Susie Toot, just two, right? And Susie Toot at the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So that was it for episode 1. Katy Perry was a special guest host, and the Untucked was untucking. I didn't really have much to say about that. It was a little dry. I mean, Katy showed up, but like she did in the episode, really wasn't a whole lot. Just that they gagged over the fact that Katy knew Joella outside of the show. You know, they had some pictures popping up of them, but I didn't get much out of Untucked. Did you?
No.
Yeah. So that was pretty much it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed our review. We're going to do this every time that they have a show. We may review on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever the case may be. It will be around the time of the premiere, which is on Friday nights. Most likely we won't give you a Friday night show, but at the same time, you will see it on the weekend. So you have something to look forward to on the weekend. Yes, yes, yes. And do you have any last words about the show?
Just looking forward to it. I realize I missed Drag Race. I'm happy to have it back.
Me too. I have been waiting. And before we go, please let the audience know where they can find you when you're not here with me.
You can find me on Facebook at Psychic Erin Boyd. You can find me on Instagram, psychic_ELB. You can send me a DM there if you'd like to schedule a psychic reading, you for 2025. Yeah. You can also catch me on demand, maybe, with Alexander Rogers on his channel.
Oh yeah, because they do fabulous reviews of the looks on the different award shows, and award season's coming up, so y'all look out. Yes. I know we're gonna be seeing them real soon. I think next month starts the award shows, but like I said, look out. And thanks again for doing this with me. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm on my way to 500 subscribers, and thank goodness we're just moving right along. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see you next time. Bye. All day.